Greetings and salutations, comrades. Hope this finds you well. So, once again, China's leading the way. Just more good stuff coming out of China, more good things coming from socialism with Chinese characteristics, right? This time, they opened up their first clinic for transgender children and adolescents in Shanghai. This is on the Global Times, but I mean, for God's sake, they're just doing so many great things. Eliminating extreme poverty in 2020. Last time I looked, they have less than 5,000 people die from COVID-19. When the United States, it's getting close to 800,000. They debuted their first hydrogen fuel celled train that only releases water vapor. Their infrastructure is amazing, etc., etc. And then now opening their first clinic to treat transgender children and adolescents. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, just really leading the way, right? Awesome. So this is from the Global Times. China's first multidisciplinary clinic for transgender children and adolescents was set up at the Children's Hospital of Fudan University in Shanghai recently to safely and healthily manage transgender minors' transitions. Love it. Experts expect that the clinic, integrated with psychology, endocrine, and genetic metabolic urology departments, among other departments, will serve as a bridge between transgender children, parents, doctors, and the various circles of society. Just having that kind of holistic approach, right? The Global Times learned from the hospital on Thursday that the clinic was set up after the hospital had encountered such cases in its clinical practice. The World Professional Association for Transgender Health, WPATH, defines a transgender person as someone whose gender identity is inconsistent with his or her birth sex. In a case shared by the hospital, an adolescent girl named Xia Lin, pseudonym, suffered repeated anxiety and depression after she entered puberty, and her female physiological characteristics became more obvious. Through searching on the internet, she learned she's a transgender person. However, talking to her parents about this increased her psychological pressure, since her parents tried to dismiss the concept as being in her mind, but their efforts eventually turned out to be in vain. The preliminary evaluation on her psychology at the hospital showed that Zhao Lin is indeed transgender. The medical advice given by the psychological doctors and endocrinologists at the hospital is to stabilize and improve her mood first and suppress her menstruation with medication to ease her anxiety. It's up to herself whether she wants surgery when she grows up. Lu Fei-hong, director of the Endocrine and Genetic Metabolic Department of the Children's Hospital, explained that the professional assessment, diagnosis, psychological treatment, necessary medicine intervention by doctors and multidisciplinary professionals are of great help to reduce the negative emotions of these children and adolescents, improve their academic performance, improve their family relations, and build a harmonious society. Study in 2016 showed that an estimated 1.4 million people, around 0.6% of U.S. adults, identified transgender. Many transgender people had serious problems with medical treatments and misdiagnosis. These problems also contribute to high rates of drug abuse, infections, mental illness, and cancer among transgender people. Oh, awesome, man. Very, very cool. Kudos to China for setting up this, first clinic to help out the, transgender people, in China, or transgender children in particular in China. And hopefully this is, a wave of, more of these clinics being able to be set up across the country and, across the world to meet the needs of this population that is very, underserved in that regard, and often, doesn't receive the adequate, attention and care that they need, and can lead to very, disastrous consequences for transgender, children as well as adults. So kudos to China. Like the video if you like the damn video. Subscribe for my content, all part of the people. Quick shout out to the 2 Uber comrades supporting this channel, my content Patreon, my partner, and Independent Left News. Peace, much love, all.